Hi, everyone. My name is Chelsey, and I'm a dedicated account manager here at CorpNet. I'm really excited to be here with you guys today. I work with many of our partners in the partner program, and I am going to go over some of our services with you today because as a partner with CorpNet, all of the services that we offer are services that you can offer to clients, either as your own, as a reseller, or refer them over to us as a referral partner. We had to skip last month. We're sorry about that, but we do plan to be here for you once a month moving forward to ensure that we're here as a resource for you. And our goal with these Facebook Lives is to open a new stream of communication for our partners, to be able to touch base, to receive comments and answer any questions. So anyways, we're here to help and we're ready to listen. So make sure to post any questions you have below and I will get to them as soon as we're done going over the services. So last week I shared a video walking you through some of the services that CorpNet offers and where you can find more information on pricing through our website. So today we're going to quickly walk through those services again and then open it up to some questions. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen for you guys. Okay, so you guys should now be able to see our frequently asked questions page. And this is a page that we send out when people inquire about the partner program. And the first page you'll see it covers an overview of all of our services. So you'll see it lists incorporation and LLC filings, which is kind of what people know us for. CorpNet sets up LLCs and corporations, but it's really so much more than that. It's any sort of filing that can possibly be submitted for LLC or corporation is a service that we offer, as well as other entity types. So you'll see it mentions nonprofit, which is nonprofit corporation, and we also can do the 501c3 designation with the IRS. DBAs, fictitious business names, and then you'll also see that we do tax registrations. So that is a really, really popular filing right now, especially since during the pandemic, so many companies started hiring remote employees that never did so before. So they have to do employer tax registration to set up payroll for those employees. So that's a service that we offer, as well as sales tax registration. Sometimes clients may ask for a seller's permit or resale certificate, so that would be the filing. Business license research, we do offer a report to determine which licenses or permits that may be required based on a specific business activity and location. So that is something you can offer to your clients. Foreign qualification filings, if an entity needs to register to do business in a secondary state. Annual compliance monitoring and filings is a really big thing for us too. So whenever you place an order for a company and they're added to your account, which is automatic, meaning that whenever you place an order for a company, they will be added to your account, and any company that's in your account, you receive compliance monitoring for. So what that means is when their annual report filing is due to the state, you'll get an alert from us 90 days before that due date, and you will easily be able to order that filing if you would like us to complete it on behalf of the company. And then we also offer registered agent services in all 50 states, and we do annual meeting minutes. So whenever you place any sort of order for a company, or if you manually add a company to your account with us, that means that you'll get compliance alerts for them and can easily add this on as an additional service to your clients, which in my experience is a service that is needed because many people just don't know that this is even a requirement. State notices tend to get missed or not sent out. So they'll really appreciate having an extra reminder for this requirement. Amendments and name changes. Amendments meaning that any sort of information that's on file with the state can be changed with the state through an amendment, and that's a service that you can offer. Name changes, meaning if they want to change the name of their business entity, it's a pretty multi-step process in the sense that the entity name has to be updated with the state, has to be updated with the IRS, and then they will also need matching internal documents. So we're here to ensure that the company name is changed everywhere. Name checks and reservations. So another thing that is important is to be confident ahead of submitting a filing that the name actually is available. Otherwise, if the filing is rejected, it slows down the process. So as a courtesy, whenever a new entity formation is placed, we'll do a name check with the state to ensure that it has the highest chance of being approved and is not already in use by another entity in the state. Name reservations are not too common, but if you have a client that for whatever reason does need to do a name reservation, that's a service that you can offer to them as well. Certificates of good standing, you'll see here. You can order this from us individually, and then also whenever this is needed as part of a filing, such as a foreign qualification, we're automatically ordering this on their behalf, and the state fee will be built into the quote that you see. Dissolutions for when an LLC or corporation is no longer doing business and needs to permanently close with the state. You can find quotes for this on our website or your portal, assuming the entity is active and in good standing. If it's not, then we can also do a reinstatement, which you'll see mentioned on the next line. Reinstatement makes it so their entity will be in active and in good standing status with the state, which also kind of frees up the entity to do other filings. Most people think of reinstatements for when a company is actively operating, which of course the requirement, but it also kind of puts the company in a frozen status where the state typically won't allow them to do anything, not even dissolve if a reinstatement is required. So it's really important, and it's a service that we offer as well. Conversions. Conversions can refer to changing an entity type, such as a corporation that wants to convert to an LLC. However, it can also refer to an entity moving to another state, sometimes also called a redomestication. So that's also on this list because you can offer it, we offer it. IRS forms and filings, meaning we obtain EINs, of course. We can complete S-election forms, E-election forms, revoke S-elections, all sorts of general, forms to the IRS. As long as it's not required to be prepared or submitted by a tax preparer, we can typically offer it. And then also I just mentioned S corp elections, C corp elections, registered agent services. Every single entity in every single state is required to designate a registered agent in that state. And that agent must have a physical address in that state where they personally are present and available during all business hours throughout the entire year. And that information is also public in the state records associated with the entity. So many businesses don't have anyone that qualifies because most people, they may go out of town from time to time or go, out to lunch or work at a multiple location. So if that is the case, they don't qualify to be their own registered agent because they are not at a single address during all business hours. So we do provide that service. Our complete formation package automatically includes a year of registered agent services. And then if you have a client with an existing entity that needs registered agent services, we offer that. They can become the registered agent for any company in any state. Business address services. This is also a great resource to have if your clients say they need to register in a state that requires an in-state business address, they don't have one, and they're in a huge rush, they need to get the filing done. We can offer business address services. However, I do want to note it's not a mail forwarding service. So if your client needs an address, business address to receive mail at, probably not the best option for this particular situation, but it's definitely there and available if you or your client needs it. Corporate kits and supplies. When you order a complete formation package to set up a new LLC or corporation, we include a really nice corporate for corporations, otherwise, just a kit. And this kit has the company name engraved on the front. Inside, it comes with an embosser and membership certificates for an LLC or stock certificates for a corporation. It has tabs to organize all their internal documents, and then we also will include hard copies of their documents. So it's a really, really nice way to kind of tie everything together, make their company official and set them up so they have a central place where all their records are located, where they know, if someone asks them for their articles, they know exactly where to find them. So it's really nice to add on to, the package. It's part of the formation package, the complete package in your portal. Don't have to do anything. We'll include that binder. We'll send it to the shipping address, but we also can do individual corporate kits. Say your client set up their company with someone else, you're taking over, you want to put together a package for them with all their documents, you can order this as a standalone. Bylaws, we also do operating agreements, of course, annual meeting minutes, resolutions, basically just, making sure to indicate that when your client sets up an entity, they will receive those internal documents that they will need to open their business bank account. Also, lastly, we list trademarks. This is another service that's great to kind of have in your back pocket as a resource. We do trademark application preparation for both words and logos. We also offer a comprehensive trademark search report, which is great if your client is doing research. It's a pretty comprehensive report. So it's typically attorneys that tend to order the trademark search reports. However, can't go wrong with having as much information as possible. And we also do have a really great free trademark search tool on our site to just kind of give you a little bit of an idea of what's out there already registered or in process for that same word. So that covers the outline of our services. And, I know this seems like a lot of information, a lot of stuff to remember. So what I always kind of tell my partners is it's good to remember that the services we offer are virtually any filing that can be submitted to the state for a business entity. So if your client asks if you're able to offer a filing, if that filing is submitted to the state and it's for their business, and it doesn't have to do with, legal language, legal advice, or taxes, pretty safe to assume that CorpNet can offer it. And if you don't see information on pricing on our website, just ask your account representative and we can get that over to you. So I will stop talking now and open this up to questions. I do see that we have one question to start. That question is about it looks like it's about the internal documents for white labeled files. Certain fields were blank. So I hope I am understanding this properly. If not, we will reach out to you directly to ensure that we've answered your question. With our white labeled documents, with, let's say, the custom bylaws or operating agreement, we customize those documents based on a couple of things, based on the state, based on the entity type, based on the ownership or officer information, and like whether it's single member, multi-member, LLC. So we take all those factors, we use that to create a custom document, we send it to you in an editable Word format. However, there are certain fields that are meant to be added in, like for example, in the minutes, there are certain fields you can add in about the meeting, the time, where it took place. So while it is customized, there are still certain fields that are blank to be added in with whichever information makes sense for your client at the time that they're signing that document. Because another thing to note is that while this document is customized and it's complete, it is not the final version until it has been fully executed and signed by typically the members of an LLC or the directors and officers of the corporation. So that did not answer the question, or you had some other questions, we'll make sure to reach out to you to go over that in more details. So another question, let's see, how should I price these services, and are the prices on the website what I will be charged? Very good question. So if you're looking at the CorpNet website, the front end of the website, it is showing you our retail rates, which are the rates that your referral clients would pay CorpNet, or someone who is not a CorpNet partner would pay. As a CorpNet partner that resells our services, you receive wholesale pricing, which is a discount of 20% on our service fees. So if you're wanting to determine what your partner price is, your white label reseller price, otherwise called, you'll have to log into your partner portal. So the way you do that is when you're on the front end of our website, you'll notice in the upper right-hand corner, it says login. That's where you'll enter your credentials. And we also have a really great video walking you through how to do that. So long answer short, if you're looking at the front end of our website, it is not your partner price, that's the full price. Partner price is inside your portal, or you can take 20% off of the CorpNet service fees and add the state fees, because we unfortunately can't discount the state fees. So it's 20% off of our fees plus state fees. That's your partner price. How should I price these services? That is a question I get all the time from my partners, and there is no right answer. The answer is just whatever you're comfortable with. As a reseller partner, your clients will have no idea CorpNet exists unless you tell them. We make sure that there's no branding or labeling on the documents, and we don't keep your client's contact information. We'll never reach out to them. We're simply here as your silent fulfillment partner. So that leaves you free to charge your clients any price you want. It is up to you. On average, I'd say it's pretty common to mark up the price. You know, our complete package is normally $249 plus state fees, standard speed. With your 20% discount, it's $199 plus state fees. So it's pretty common, from what I gather, that my partners would maybe charge $500 plus state fees to their clients for that same package. But again, there's no right answer. It's just whatever you're comfortable with. It's up to you. Let's see, another question about my clients unsure if they need a registered agent. What types of businesses need one? All businesses. Businesses meaning LLCs, corporations. When a LLC or corporation, whether it's general for-profit or nonprofit, public benefit, all corporations, when they file their articles with the state to register, they have to designate a registered agent. And they have to give that agent's name and qualifying physical address in state, or the articles will not be approved. So it's not even possible to form an entity without designating a registered agent. However, many times, you know, people will put themselves and they don't realize what that means, or that makes their name and home address public. And that means process servers will show up there. So many times clients will still want you to provide them with a registered agent. Okay, let's see. Does a partner have to wait for a certain amount of sales with you to qualify? Great question. I'm so glad that was asked. So no, there is no minimum usage requirements, no, waiting period, nothing like that. The very moment that you are onboarded and your partner account is created, you immediately start receiving that wholesale rate, which is 20% off of our service fees. You can start using our services right away. So there's really no downside. If you've been doing research and you're wondering, maybe I could use the partner program, there's really no downside to signing up. There's no fees to become a partner. There's no minimum usage requirements, nothing like that. Having a partner account with CorpNet just means that you have the ability to resell our services as your own, or refer whenever the need comes up. And it also comes with that wholesale pricing, which is great benefit to have. That way, if a client comes to you unexpectedly and wants help with one of these filings, you can immediately, offer the service to them or know that you're going to be referring them to a place where they'll be in good hands and you can be kept in the loop or involved as much as you would like to be involved. So we're almost getting to the end. Let's see if we have maybe one or two more questions. Okay, what are the most common services? I would say lately, employer tax is really common just because so many people are hiring remote employees that never did so before. But still, entity formations tend to be one of our most common services. And what I especially love about entity formations is that it takes 5 minutes of your time to enter in the details we need for an entity formation. And then 95% of the time you're done after that. You've done everything and we'll take over from that point forward. So it's a really great tool to have because it takes so little of your time. It won't really add to your workload and it makes it so you can offer this great useful service to your clients that not only provides them with a ton of documents, but a binder package. It's just a great thing to be able to present. Clients always get so excited when they receive their package in the mail. It's usually the first thing they get with their company name on it. And then they also will come to you going forward, whenever they need their filings or have questions or want compliance. So it's really great. Other filings like employer tax, it will take a lot more of your time because different types of filing, it needs more resources. But regardless of what it is, our goal is to make it so you can offer these services and it takes as little as your time and effort as possible. We just want to make it easy for you to offer these services to your clients. So depending on the filing, it's just different information that we would need. So that will wrap it up for today. Just want to remind everyone our next Facebook Live is Friday, August 12th at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. The topic will be avoiding legal advice. This is something we run into as well because I will be asked so many times, what's the best entity for me as an LLC or corporation? I'm not an attorney. So if I answer that question in a way where I'm giving them advice, that can get us in big trouble. Many of our partners also are not attorneys. So this is a common fear and also a reason why many people don't want to resell because they don't want to be in trouble for giving legal advice. So that's the topic we're going to cover is how you can offer these services in a way where you are not giving legal advice, you're not doing anything that you are not able to do. Of course, if you're not comfortable, stick to referring. I don't want to pressure anyone into reselling that doesn't want to, but it's a common question that we get is how can I do this without providing legal advice? We're in the same boat. I'm not an attorney. I also help people set up their entities. So that's what we're going to cover. And so I really enjoyed doing this live. I hope this was helpful. Please feel free to pass along your feedback to us, and we look forward to meeting with you guys again next month. Thank you so much.